Hello everyone, White D586 here, and today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks with your car or truck or SUV. Today I'm going to be showing you on an SUV on some stuff you need to do before you start driving and just general stuff. If I forget anything, just let me know. First of all, you want to make sure all your headlights and all your stuff works. So, when you're sitting somewhere, instead of driving off instantly, go around and see if any of your taillights or all your taillights are working. Watch this. See, those are working. And you want to go to the front as well and make sure it's working. Make sure your lights are working. And so are your turn signals. Make sure those are working. As you can see, these are working. You want to make sure these work. And as you can see, both hazards are working as well. The next thing you want to do is check all your fluids regularly, on a regular basis. Check all your fluids. Like right now, I'm going to check all my fluids and make sure they're good. Alright, now that we have this popped open, this is a Vortex 6.2 liter V8 from GM. You want to check your battery connections. Make sure they're not corroded. As you can see, mine are good. A little dirty, but a little grease ain't going to hurt these things at all. Make sure they're not there's no corrosion on the battery. You want to make sure all your fluids are good. This one, I don't know what it is. It's probably a little bit low. But you want to check your brake fluid. I believe that's what this is. You want to check your brake fluid. Make sure it's good. Your engine. This is a big one. Your power steering fluid. You always want to check everything. If you check your radiator, be sure, I repeat, do not take it off when it's hot. Because if you take it off when it's hot, all that stuff's going to spew out on you. And you do not want that. Okay, I believe that's it for the hood area right now. But the thing you want to do is, when you get inside your vehicle, I'm going to set the keys right there. As you can see, I'm inside my vehicle. Okay? First thing you want to do before you start driving, while you're sitting in your driveway or wherever, you want to make sure all your mirrors are aligned. You want to make sure all your outside mirrors are aligned. You want to make sure everything's aligned. You want to be able to have a perfect view behind you, in front of you, no matter what. You want to make sure all that stuff is good for safety, because there's some crazy people out there anymore. And if you do any of that, that's going to lead to problems. When you get in your vehicle and you start it up, you want to make sure that none of your warning lights are on. We'll go ahead and, I'm not going to start it, but I'm going to turn it on. Okay, in your vehicle, the reason why the engine light's on is because the engine's not running right now. If I started it, that engine light would go away. There's no warnings on that little information system right there. You always want to check how much fuel you have. And you always want to check, you just want to check this simple stuff. You don't want to overlook any of this. Okay. You want to make sure nothing's messed up or anything. If you have a vehicle like this with a navigation system, when you're on the road, you do not want to mess with this thing, because you're gonna lose track. For one, you're gonna lose track. 2, it's not safe. 3, it's against the law in most states. And it can get you distracted. And even read this warning message. Some of the functions will not work if it's if the transmission's in different gears besides park. Because if you're in other gears and you're trying to mess with this, some of these features aren't going to work. Because, for example, I'm sitting at my house right now, and my driveway, and the transmission is in park. So I can go ahead and start punching in my destination right now, and don't worry about getting killed or wrecked or anything. Because if this is the case, you do not mess with this while you're driving in general. Do not, because it's going to lead into an accident more than likely. You gotta wait for this to check. Then, you just type in your destination. Like, I'm just gonna type in a random place. I don't know what I'm typing in. I don't know where that's at. You want to input the street name. Then, you can hit the map or go. Like, okay, I don't really care. You always want to type in your destination when you're at your house or wherever you're going. Because if you start, like I said, if you start messing with this when you're driving and looking at this screen while you're driving to look at stuff, this thing talks. So you don't have to worry about messing with this screen at all. You do not need to be messing with this. Because like I said before, it can get you killed. Because, like I said earlier in the video, it can get you, it cannot get you just killed. It can get you distracted, and you will not know what you're doing. And do not mess with the radio either. Do not turn on the radio or turn it up until you get your seatbelt on. And turn it to whatever you want to. Turn it to your desired station. Like, for example, this is on a station already. You do not want to turn this up before you start, but after you get on the road, you don't want to mess with this as much. With the radio, do not mess with this. There's steering wheel controls. There's volume controls. See?
This week, listen for your chance to
See, there's music playing right now. Well, that's a commercial, but... And when you start your car, before you start driving, put on your seatbelt. Then, put the vehicle into reverse. I'll turn this one to the on position and show you what it does when it does in reverse. This is one of them backup camera vehicles. Watch this. It has a backup camera. It's checking the surroundings right now, but see, it's in reverse. Okay, I just put it back in park. Okay. I think I'm pretty much done for the most part. So, you want to make sure, like I said at the beginning, make sure your mirror is where you can see it good. And make sure these are adjusted to where you can see them when you're driving. Because if you can't see that stuff, you won't be able to see what's behind you. Like if you're on the highway or something, and always drive the speed limit on the roads. I believe on my road it's like 15 miles an hour, but I'm not quite sure. It might be more. I'm not sure what it is on my road. On other roads, it's going to vary. On the interstate, it's like 80. The nearest interstate to me is Interstate 26. So, yeah. Like I was saying, don't be messing with this when you're on the road, because it'll get you distracted. You need to see what you're doing. You need to see what's in front of you. You need to see what's around you, especially when you're driving. Because do not mess with this unless you really have to. Because it'll lead to an accident, and you do not want to be in a car wreck. So, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this. And also, when you're on a hill or something, turn your e-brake on. And I'll turn the key back on one more time to show you that my e-brake light is working. See, my brake light is on. There's no problems with my brake system. I just have my emergency brake turned on. See? Seatbelt light is blinking because I don't have it on because I'm shooting a video. Cruise control is right here on. This is on a Cadillac Escalade. Take that off. You always want to have emergency items with you as well. I'll go ahead and pop the trunk. On right here. It's right here. Let me just pop it. It's going to pop open. There she goes. Anyways, you want to make sure you have jumper cables and stuff, which we're kind of out of luck because we don't. We have a tire pressure gauge. This is what you can use to pump your tires up if you're running low on pressure. Up there on the driver information system, it's got a tire monitor system on it. So if you're like running low on air pressure, it'll warn you and say whatever tire, whether it's the left side or the right side or driver's side or whatever you call it, it has a warning system. It'll tell you on the DIC, known as the Driver Information Center. Once that happens, you want to check the tire that it's saying it's detected that it's low on air. Because when the temperatures change, the air pressures are going to be different. So, and there's also a light on there, like, it's up there on the dash. It'll come on as well with the messages of what tires are low on air. There's a power outlet back here. Anyways, you want to make sure you have jumper cables. You want to make sure you have stuff just in case you get stuck. There's the air pressure right there. Let me move this out of the way. There's a bunch of stuff in ours. Here's the air pressure. It even comes with a built-in gauge to tell you what your air pressure is at. Your PSI. We got a flashlight here. Does it actually work? Yes, it does. That, you want to check this kind of stuff. We have a bunch of stuff back here because we sell stuff a lot. Apologize, it's very messy. Let's go ahead and close it again. You always want to check your stuff, like stuff in your vehicle, like general stuff like that. You always want to check this kind of stuff. You want to get emergency items with you, and you want to make sure this is simple stuff. And if you don't know what some of this stuff means in your car, like warning lights and stuff, read the owner's manual. Let me pull it out right quick. I'll show you what the owner's manual looks like in our particular vehicle. Here is the case for the owner's manual. Let me make sure nothing personal is showing in here. And here is the book itself. Escalade ESV. Basically, it's just a little bit bigger than this one. Actually, a lot bigger. But anyways, you always want to read this kind of stuff. Like your owner's manual, you want to read this stuff. Because what if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and your battery's dead or something? You want to make sure you have this kind of stuff. I mean, what if you don't know what some of the messages on the dash mean? You refer to this book and find it. It should be in your table of contents on the front. See? This one's got a huge table of contents. Pause if you want to read any of this. There's more right there. So, let's say I'm looking for a charging system or something. We can refer to the charging system, or battery, whatever they call it. See if we can refer to any of this. Trust me, I don't really know. I don't read this whole lot. So, where's it at? Electrical system, 10 through 31. 10 through 31. Okay, we're near it now. 10 through 31. It's in here. Alright, we're right near it. Here we are. Electrical system. It tells you. Pause if you want to read any of this. Trust me, and here's, I think this is fuses. Yes, it is. Fuses. You always want to read this stuff if you don't know what some of this stuff means. If you have any kind of car, you need to sit down and read this whole book. And it may take 4 hours or so. Maybe more.